Hi, I'm Steve Purcell, this is M60 Media, and in today's video we're going to be testing the Sony A7 III and its high ISO capabilities with photography. That's coming up after this intro. So today we're going to test out the Sony A7 III and its low light capabilities for photography. A little bit of a difference with this video though, I'm going to only be using the 28-70 kit lens of the camera. All the other reviews you see are all using prime lenses of f1.4, 1.8, so it's a little bit of an unfair judgment on the camera. It will perform good in low light, so let's test it out with the kit lens. Now the only issue I've got is because it's leading up to Christmas, getting into Manchester is a real nightmare at this time of year. The traffic's just horrendous, it's really hard to park, so the Sony has a hidden feature and it's teleportation. And all you need to do is press down on the directional pad 4 times, press C1, press C2, press up 4 times on the directional pad, then you need to say where you want to go 3 times and clap your hands. You then teleported. So let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C1, C2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Manchester Christmas markets. Manchester Christmas markets. Manchester Christmas markets. That's actually works. We're in Manchester at the Christmas markets. Don't believe it.
The Christmas lights fill the city. There are people everywhere. The snow is falling white and pretty as I stroll on my way to you. How would you feel about packing up today? Leave this all behind, go get snowed in somewhere.
Well, as you can see, we still have some ambient light knocking around, so the ISO won't go up so much. I'm going to set the camera to a maximum of 5,000 at the moment. Then we'll wait till it gets darker, then really crank the ISO up and see what kind of results we get. So let's take some photos at a reasonable ISO. I just want to take a moment to talk about a company who does security in Manchester on events like the Christmas markets. They're called ShowSec, and whilst 80% of them are fine, there's the odd one or two who don't know the laws of the land. I've been told numerous times today that I can't go around the Christmas markets with a camera taking photographs or videoing, which is totally untrue. We're in the UK. It's perfectly legal to use a camera in a public space. ShowSec, you need to educate your staff on the rules of photography and videography.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside.
Well, that was our trip to the Manchester Christmas markets, and we took along the Sony A7 III and the 28-70 kit lens. Now, I've been a Canon shooter pretty much all my life, well over 20 years, and the last two Canon cameras I owned was the 7D and the 5D Mark III. And one of my passions in photography is indoor track cycling at the velodrome. And because of the nature of that sport, you can't use an external light or a flash, so you really had to use your ISO to capture images. The problem with the 7D and the 5D Mark III was once you got over 800, maybe 1000 on the ISO, a load of grain was introduced to the images, really quite noisy, and in some cases you just couldn't use the images, so I really did struggle. It's one of the main reasons I switched over to the Sony mirrorless system this year, because I'd heard such great things about the ISO and the low light capabilities of this camera. And I tested this out today and I was really blown away. The first sequences of images you saw, we didn't go over 5,000 with the ISO, and that was like really impressive. I didn't see any noise in any of the images. I was really blown away by that. And then once the light faded even more, we really cranked that ISO up. And I think a couple of the images I took at 128,000 ISO. With my Canon cameras in the past, that's unthinkable. They would have been just thrown away images, never to see the light of day. And this camera, and even with this lens, which is relatively cheap kit lens, there was usable images. So I'm absolutely blown away. And one of the problems with people moving camera systems from Canon or Nikon, whatever you're with at the moment, and they're thinking about coming to the Sony mirrorless world, is the price of the lenses. Sony lenses for the G Masters, the Batis, the Zeiss lenses, really expensive. So it puts a lot of people off getting this camera. But I can highly recommend this camera with the kit lens combination. As a starter, you don't need to go and spend thousands and thousands of pounds on new glass for your Sony. Stand with the kit lens to get you started. For a year or so, just get a good feel for the camera. This lens is really adequate at doing what you're going to want to do. And in the future, you can invest in better glass. So don't let the price of the lenses put you off thinking of buying this Sony A7 III, because it's a fantastic camera. It absolutely blows me away with the low light capabilities. Well, thank you for watching the video. If you've enjoyed it or found it useful, please smash that like button with a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed that teleportation transition early on in the video and you'd like to know how to do it, leave a comment down below, and if you get enough comments, I'll put a video together to show you how to create a transition just like that one. On this channel, we're all about photography, cinematography, tech, news, views, reviews, tips, tutorials, all that kind of good stuff. And if that's the kind of content you enjoy watching, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell and you'll know when I upload new content. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video, which will be very soon.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside.